I bet you didn't get into this. I was trying to tell y'all yesterday. Low $92 contract turning into 153%. I ended up closing at almost 200%. But I was trying to tell y'all. But this was more so about the implied volatility, which I think on the last contract was like 250. So interesting how IV could have crushed this. This easily could have been a $36 contract. So IV crush here. Luckily, it stayed with it. Like let me go back and see where we were with the IV on the last video. All right, so the video yesterday, as you can see, yeah, the video shows it was at 200%. So yeah, we did not get enough of the impermanent loss here to derail this contract. Whereas my Disney contract, I don't know if did I do a video on Disney? All right, so I did do a Disney. It doesn't look like I got so I got in Disney at 90, I think like 90.50. So Disney definitely plummeted. The problem with this is the IV definitely crushed this contract. So this would have been a 100% contract had, as we can see, so I'll pause this video here, right? The IV when I got this was, where did it go? It was like 39%. But let me get the thing so you can see. So as you can see, this fell like $3. But because the IV also fell 10%, we are in the negative. This went negative, I want to say like 30%. I don't have the screenshot, but this went negative 30%. I think it was as high as negative 40 because the IV just got crushed. Like it went down 10%. And this started to just be one of those things where I was like, man, how do I get out of this? Luckily, you can always average your contracts down. So we started at 104, as you can see in the middle of the screen to the right. Started at 104, and the bids start dropping, right? And when that spread gets wide, you're basically just drowning at that point. As you can see, the position, no, the impermanent volume, not impermanent, the IV, it's 29.83%. So I just got out of it. I was like, bro, this ain't good. This ain't good. All right, so here is where I had to average, right? So we started at 104, one contract, two contracts dropped us to 83. And to me, I think I bought the contract, I want to say it's 66 cents or something to average it down. But anyways, negative 10% here. I'm like, man, this is brutal. Oh, I don't have where I closed it, but I ended up closing it at 0.86. I didn't even wait. I was like, you know what? This was all just to figure it out. This wasn't to like ride this, really down to 80. This was just like, how does, the IV work with earnings? And I still don't know enough because one of my contracts killed and Disney didn't. Right? So it's like, you still got to figure that. I'm still figuring it out. But hey, overall, it was a win-win. And yeah, you guys should have jumped in. You should have jumped in Lumn if nothing. That was like insane. I mean, after hours, it ran 85%. So I didn't get the full 927. But I mean, isn't that crazy? Before it even, I think it was like 20 minutes before the call, it was at 9. And then once we had the call, it was like, oh, so earnings weren't terrible, but it definitely wasn't a 927 kind of thing. So learned a lot, feel great. You got to trust your gut. I always say fine tune your gut so that you can trust yourself and you don't have to second guess it. And the best way to fine tune your gut is start listening. There's these little voices that are prompting you like, hey, hey. I'll tell you a story. I was parking my car at home under the carport. Something told me to take out everything in the console, which is weird, right? You always keep like a few dollars, you know, you may keep your ID in there, your credit card, like you just keep whatever random stuff because it's your car. You don't ever think of anything happening to your car. And something was like, take your stuff out of the car. And I was like, that's so weird. But it didn't matter. I listened. I took everything out of value that made sense. The next morning, windshield shattered, you know, driver window broken. They tried to like basically steal my car by going through my radio to like they were in my car for a minute trying to steal my car. Luckily they didn't steal my car. They jacked up my car. But I mean, like, how crazy is that? Like, they really walked away frustrated because they didn't steal the car. There was nothing of value in the car. So again, it's those moments where it's like, why would that just prompt me randomly when I'm, you know, forever like, oh, just keep stuff in there. Who cares? Like, you don't have to keep bringing it from the house. But yeah, fine tune your gut. Start listening to yourself, whether it's family, friends. You know, if the universe says make a left at this light and you don't understand, and then later you find out, oh wow, it was a 10-car pileup, or you know, some random guy just shooting people, right? Like you don't even know how it's gonna play out. But even small things like make a left here or don't go here till 10 o'clock, like you gotta trust all of those little nudges from the universe. But anyways, I will see y'all